Hi, everyone, and welcome to Customs Breeze, where filling out your customs form is easy breezy and in the comfort of your own home. Okay, so today we are going to be focused on Jamaica. I'm on the Customs Breeze website, making it very easy for everyone here. I pulled up Jamaica already so that you can see exactly where we're starting. So I pulled up Jamaica. I'm going to press search so that we go into the Jamaica section. Okay, so here we are in the Jamaica section. Now, just like in other videos, it's important that you peruse this area, whatever area it is that you are planning to journey to. You should check it out. You should see what the requirements are, what the rules and regulations are, so that you don't go there blind or surprised. So there's some information on this website about what you need to know before going to Jamaica. I suggest that you look through it. But for our purposes, we are going to look at the customs form. So scroll down here and we are going to look for the customs C5 form. I'm going to click on it and it will pull me up to the forms that we need to look at. Okay, so we have the C5 Immigration and Customs Form for Jamaica. I scroll down and we have a choice of downloading the PDF or filling out the form online. For our purposes, we are going to fill out the form online. Okay, so I hit that, press that, and it pulls up the form. So as you can see, everyone, like I said in previous videos, you have to look to see if your form has one side or two sides. So most forms, most custom forms, usually have two sides. So briefly, I'm going to show you what I mean. So I'm scrolling, and one side. And this is how they make the mistake that it's just one-sided. They see on one side, they ask for the signature, and people think, I'm done. Great. Let's wrap this up. I'm done one side. Boom. Then they realize that, oh, wait up. There's another side, and here's the second side. And the second side to this form is asking specifics. They want you to itemize. They want you to give a value to the things that you've bought. So it's very important that you look at this side. And of course, there's a section that is only for official use only. But still, in this section, you have to fill out. But we'll get to that in a little bit. So we're going to go back to the first side, and we're going to start at the top. So it says, Welcome to Jamaica Immigration Customs C5 card. Each passenger is required to complete this form. Now, I don't know if you've been following previous videos, but some customs forms will say that only one member needs to fill out the form, and that's it. But some will ask that each individual fill out the form. Now, for this, it's just, we'll go step by step. Okay, so the first line says last name, and that's your surname. You put it in this box. Surname, last name, it means the same. Okay, next line. Given name, your first name. That's what given name is. So you write that in that box. Then you move over to the right-hand side, and it says middle, your middle name. And we scroll down, and it says date of birth, and it says the day. You fill out the day, you fill out the month, and you fill out the year. Now remember, guys, If the day is a single digit, make sure you put the 0 in front of the single digit. Like if it's the first day to the ninth day, you put 01, 02, 03, 04, so on and so forth. If it's single digits, okay? Make sure you put that 0 in front. The month, the year, and then it asks you further down the line, gender. You put M for male or F for female. The next line says occupation. What's your job? What do you work as? So you put it in that area. Then we scroll down and it says number of family members traveling with you. You put it in this box. Home address. Home address is where you actually live. So make sure you fill out that information and give them all that they require, which is the street address, the apartment, city, town, state, province, zip code, and of course, country. The next line is for your passport number. Just as I've said in previous videos, make sure that you fill out your passport number correctly. Look at it, check, and double check. You do not want to use the wrong numbers in that area. It just creates a headache. So make sure that you're putting down the right numbers for the passport number area. The next is the country in which it was issued. Do you have a French passport? Do you have an American passport? That's what they mean. Okay, next, number 7, intended address in Jamaica. So are you going to be at an Airbnb? You're going to be with family and friends? Are you going to stay in a hotel? Whatever, wherever, and whoever you're going to stay with, make sure that you put down that address and a local contact number. So it says here, make sure you have for hotel, street address, apartment number, and local contact number. They want to know where you're staying. So you put it in that box, and they also give you an additional box to fill out more information if you need it. Number 8, countries visited in the last 6 weeks. So I guess they just want to know how, where are you hopping from one place to another. There are some people that do a lot of hopping. They go from place to place, from week to week, and then there's some that, they've been planning for this one vacation all year long. So they've been in one place for, 51 weeks, and this 52nd week is just for the vacation. So they just want to know that information. Where have you been visiting, in the last 6 weeks? Next, flight number, vessel number. So that you can find on your flight ticket. It'll tell you exactly what your flight number is. And port arriving from. So where was your starting point? Let's say that if you were in New York and you were going to another place, it would be like JFK or Newark, or it would be LaGuardia, something like that. So your starting point, that's where you put here where it says port arriving from. Next is number 10, length of stay, visitor, and it has resident. So if you're a visitor, how long are you staying for? And if you're a resident, how long are you staying for? So the next line, number 11, is purpose of visit. So they're asking, why are you in their country? Are you there to visit friends and relatives? Are you there for honeymoon, wedding? Are you there for business meeting? Are you there for vacation? In transit, resident work. Resident work, you see how they have that in red? That's important. That goes into a whole different head. But whatever your case is, you put a mark in the box that's appropriate. Next line, number 12, number of pieces of luggage. and accompanied luggage and unaccompanied luggage. So whatever pertains to you, you fill out accordingly. Number 13, I am bringing, and whatever it is that you're bringing. And you see here they give you a few examples of what they mean by what you are bringing. So you bring in fruit, or you plants, cut flowers, vegetables, soil, meat, live animals, organisms, so on and so forth. You either say yes or you say no. And that's for A. For B, pharmaceuticals or chemicals in commercial quantities, yes or no. And pay attention to commercial quantities. Now, if you're just bringing, a half an ounce of some foreign pharmaceuticals, and of course, guys, you have to make sure that you go on the Jamaican website and see what their qualifications are, or quantities. What is it that they um, allow you to have or not to have? So it's important that you do your due diligence and make sure that you're not bringing too much that would raise a red flag and have them pull you aside. So do your research. Okay, so in the next few lines for C and D and E, they list all the things that that they're asking whether you have or not. And if you do, you mark yes. If you don't, you mark no. So we're going to move on to 14. 14 says, I am carrying currency or monetary instruments over US $10,000 or equivalent. Now, this is important because they're not just asking you about money, they're asking you about quantity. And they're specific about their quantity. They're saying $10,000, 10,000 US dollars or more or equivalent. So equivalent being whatever you may have, may say you have in yen or you have in some other kind of country's currency. But if it is the equivalent to 10,000 US dollars, then you're going to have to declare it. You're going to have to mark yes. But let's say that you have $9,000. You don't have to declare it. Okay. So moving on to 15. I have goods exceeding the value of our personal duty-free allowance. If you do, you mark yes. If you don't, you mark no. Number 16, I have gifts or articles for resale. If you do, you mark yes. If you don't, you mark no. Okay, so now we're getting to the end of this first side. So it's asking you to read the instructions on the back of the form. So you already know there's another side to this because they're saying read the instructions on the back of this form. So you're in the front section right now. So what you do is you make sure that you sign your name and you date and you give the date of arrival. So when you arrive to your destination, to your vacation destination, your business destination, or whatever it may be. Okay. So now we're going to go to the second side. So first side done. Now this is the second side. Now if you look at the second side is asking you for familial specifics, who are your children, their names, date of birth, and the relationship they have with you. So that's all in this section. Okay. Um, Make sure you read it carefully because it says all passengers 18 years and older are entitled to $500 duty-free allowance on personal and household effects, not for resale or in commercial quantity. I mean, they're giving you specifics about things, so you need to read the form carefully. Okay? Just don't take it for granted and just, fill in the blanks. You have to look and see what they've written as well. All right, so they also have here, in addition, passengers and crew members are entitled to import free of duty 200 sticks of cigarettes or 500 sticks of cigars. I mean, they're giving you specifics again about like uh, tobacco products and perfumes and such, and spirits and stuff like that. So make sure you read this section so that you know if any of this pertains to you. Okay. And now we're going to get to the next box, and we're almost done. So it says, if you are in doubt, declare all your goods in the customs to the customs officer. So in previous videos, I've said, when in doubt, fill it out. It's better for you to do that, and then you can say, oh, I don't really have anything. Like if they check and they'll say, oh, okay, you're good. But if you don't declare something and they find something that you didn't declare, it can be a headache. So when in doubt, just fill it out on your form. Okay. So here in this section, if you're in doubt, declare all your goods to the customs officer, and you're itemizing. You're saying what you have, how much it is. So what you have, how much it is, what you have, how much it is. And they give you a few lines to declare whatever it is that you are, that you've brought or bought with you. Okay. Let's see. And that's it. The next one is just for official. This section is just for official use only. The customs officer will look into that. And that's it. You don't have to sign on this side. You just sign on the first side of the form. And that is all. So I hope that this video was informative and that you go to customsbreeze.com and you look and see where you want to go, all the facts that you need to know before you enter that country. All right, everyone, have a beautiful day, and I will see you next time.